So these are the three areas that we are going to base our argument. Now, according to our objective, one of them we are supposed to explain what are STIs. And we are saying that these are diseases that are transmitted through sexual intercourse. Then we are supposed to give examples. Now, with us giving the following examples, syphilis, gonorrhea, and chancroid, we'll have now done with our second part. But the most important thing here is us to look at, describe the causes and the prevention. So even most of the examiners will dwell their setting under this particular area, whereby they will be asking you to give the causes of. Also, an examiner will give you something called a descriptive question. A descriptive question is whereby an examiner will give you characteristics of that particular disease. Then they will ask you to name the disease. So when it comes to the setting of an exam under this particular area, one, there can be a setting on the connection between the causes or the characteristics, and also they're asking you what naming part of it. So we must be in a position to understand when they are talking about syphilis, what are some of the characteristics of what? Of syphilis. If I'm talking about gonorrhea, what are the characteristics and what are the causes? So I want us to begin by looking at the syphilis. But before we look at the syphilis itself, we need to have a small table here, and I request that we also draw that table. So I'm going to have a table here, small table. Let me just do away with this one. Let me have a small table here. So we have on one side I have disease, then on the other side I have causes. Remember, this one is our second objective, prevention and causes. So disease, in this case we are looking at STIs, sexually transmitted infections. We have said in this class we are going to look at gonorrhea as one of them. Then we look at syphilis. I need to feel this in syphilis. Then we are also looking at chancroid. Then we can also add HIV and AIDS as one of the sexually transmitted diseases. So in our second part, we are supposed now to look at something else, which is now the causes. Remember, objective number 2, under these diseases we were told that objective number 3 says describe causes and prevention of some sexually transmitted diseases. So we have to understand what are the causes of, what causes gonorrhea, what causes chancroid, what causes syphilis, what causes HIV and AIDS. I hope we are understanding one another. Is it clear?
Yes.
Is it clear, yes, or I'm talking to myself? Teddy?
It's clear.
It's clear. So have you drawn this table?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so what causes gonorrhea from the information that you have?
What causes
sexual transmitted diseases? But what is this? What is the cause? What is the medium through which this disease can be? Yes, somebody. Joel Patrick?
Gonorrhea is caused by a bacterium.
Caused by a bacteria?
It is.
So here we are going to have bacteria. That is correct. Syphilis. Let me have Teddy. Syphilis.
It is
Teddy.
also called. It's also caused by a bacterium.
Syphilis.
It's also caused by a bacterium.
Okay. So even here we're talking of a bacteria. Let me have who? Bryce. Bryce. What causes typhoid? Bryce, are you there? Okay. Let me have who? Zevi. Zevi.
Yes.
What causes chancroid?
Bacteria.
Okay, so this one is also a bacteria. And lastly, we are talking about HIV and AIDS. In this case, we are looking at what? A virus. So when you look at the three, we can say that these three, that is syphilis, chancroid, ni network. Sasa unajua siwezi weka network hapo ndani. Hata yangu inasema your knees step. The three here, syphilis, chancroid, and gonorrhea. These ones are caused by the bacteria. So we can say that they are bacterial diseases, infections. Then we have the virus, which is connected now to what? The HIV part. So with objective number 3, we have solved the first part of that objective, which was asking us to state the cause and prevention. So if we understand this area, let me just take you to one of the questions. So that we see how these questions are brought on this particular topic. That is which year? He keeps also time in the lab. Yeah, the year 2011. The question was let me have this one. 2014. The year 2014. This one was the question. I want you to be attentive. It was asking, the following are sexually transmitted infections except. The following are sexually transmitted infections except. They are giving you syphilis, they are giving you gonorrhea, they are giving you bilharzia, then they are having chancroid. So what was the answer? Sorry?
Bilharzia.
Bilharzia, isn't it?
Bilharzia.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one, as you look at the question, they will only set the question according to the what? According to the objective. Objective number 2, which was asking us to name some of the sexually transmitted what? Infections. Now, we have a question 26, that is 2015. They asked that the most effective control measure against HIV transmission from mother to child. They are giving you public awareness on HIV. They are also giving you voluntary counseling and testing. They are also giving you mass education. you campaign through various media. So you see this one, it's under number 4, whereby they're asking you the prevention what? Those particular STIs. So be very, very attentive, especially when now when I give you the objectives. There are some people here who are just making noise. Darlene, just mute your mic. Okay, so I want us to continue. So we have seen how these diseases are, what causes these diseases. We have mentioned about gonorrhea, that is bacteria, syphilis, that is bacteria, chancroid, that one is bacteria. Then lastly, we are looking at HIV and AIDS, and in this case, we are mentioning a virus. So let us begin with the first one. And the first one on our list, we are going to look at syphilis. 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 So first of all, we know that syphilis, as we had already noted, that this disease, this sexually transmitted disease is caused by a bacteria, and it is spread through one. So we have the cause already we have said is bacteria. Now, after now we are having this bacteria. How does this bacteria move? How does it move from one person to another? So, through which methods? Through one, we can talk of kissing. Those who are the champions of this one, be very, very careful. So, one of the ways is through kissing. Then we also have another one which is sexual intercourse. So sexual intercourse. Especially now here we are looking at with the infected person. So kissing pregnancy. So past to unborn child during what? We are saying that can be passed to the unborn child during pregnancy. So those are the ways in which this disease can be transmitted from, this virus can be transmitted from one person who is an infected person to another person. So 3 routes. Talk of the first one, which you are saying is through kissing. Talk about the sexual intercourse. Talk of what? To unborn child during what? Pregnancy. So if the mother has got syphilis and she's pregnant, that disease can be transmitted to what? To the child. So somebody can ask you, how does a child get this particular infection? Unborn child is only through what? Through pass through the unborn child through what? Pregnancy. Because we don't expect the child to have what? Sexual intercourse. We don't expect the child to do the kissing when he or she is in the womb. So it's only through this particular route, whereby it now comes from the mother to the child. So we have seen the cause of syphilis. Then we have seen routes or ways in which syphilis is transmitted from the infected person to an infected person. Now, let me have now the causes, because not the causes but the signs and symptoms. We look at the signs. Remember, in each of the diseases, we must be we must be in a position to explain the cause, and also we must be in a position to look at what now signs and symptoms. How are you going to know that I'm having what? I'm having syphilis. So let me have Margaret give us one sign. Margaret.
Yes.
Are you attending my class?
Yes.
Okay. The first one, give us the first one.
Itching of bowels.
Talk of the itching of bowels. What are bowels? Explain to us what are bowels. Margaret?
Yes.
Yeah, what are bowels?
Bowels are, I don't know.
Okay, somebody to help her. Ruth?
Yes.
What are bowels? Bryce?
Bowels ni kama vidonda.
Ati ni kama vidonda? Hey. Dorcas, what are bowels?
The down part of the digestive system.
Sorry?
The down part of the digestive system.
Yeah, that one is better, isn't it? Well, nani Bryce unasema ati ni vidonda, ati bowels ni vidonda. We must be able to also to understand what we are, the meaning of the terms that we are using when we are describing this